Thank you for coming. 3 months from today will be Andrew's 24th birthday. When he was born, I could not have imagined that he would be a chayal fighting on the front lines for Israel's very existence. And I could not have imagined this world of distortions, savagery, anti-Semitism, lies, and misguided ideas of morality. A lot of strange turns to how Andrew got to this place. After graduating fresh, Andrew went to Yeshiva Oraita in the Old City. He was planning during a Shanna Bet to enlist in the army and join as part of a Hesder union with the yeshiva in Omiam. He was getting in tip-top shape and started the interview paperwork process right around his 20th birthday. A few weeks later, COVID hit and everything changed. Both Oraita and his intended Hesder yeshiva Omiam were forced to close their doors. Since Andrew was caught in the web of the Tzava IDF enlistment system, he was not allowed to leave the country. When the Americans all got on planes, he stayed in his dorm room in the Old City, eating food from the Oraita freezer. The Army owned Andrew, so we decided he needed to just start his service. Eventually, that freezer food would run out. One of the heads of Oraita helped navigate the Army bureaucracy, and Andrew was called up a few weeks later with less than 24 hours notice. In a testament to the power of community, our close friends, the Watsons in Beit Shemesh, rallied and collected around their neighborhood gear for a soldier. They delivered these necessities to Andrew in Yerushalayim, providing him with what he so desperately needed, since no stores were open due to the pandemic. He went off that March Wednesday morning, the loneliest of lone soldiers. After getting an Army haircut on base, he was assigned to Hanasa Kravi, the combat engineering unit, to a Hesder group from KBY. He knew not one person. Andrew's running speed and strong work ethic caught the attention of his commander, who encouraged him to try out for the elite part of combat engineering Yahalom. Andrew did the rigorous testing and was asked to join Yahalom. Since it is not a Hesder unit, he committed to a full 3 years of service. That also meant making Aliyah and becoming an Israeli citizen, further solidifying his bond with Eretz Israel. His unit was made up of quality young men, many who had been dreaming and training of being in Yahalom, or a unit of that caliber since they were 8 years old. It was not a religious unit, but Andrew was usually able to find a minyan and committed himself to learning. Since it was COVID, the multiple tekeses, army ceremonies, were closed to outside attendees. Thankfully, after over 15 months of service, we had the opportunity to attend his significant milestone, the Sof Masul, in July 2021. We were beaming with pride. Andrew's older brother Kevin and his wife Allison, and Ariana and her husband Chesky, and our twins Lindsay and Benjamin were all there, along with Andrew's lone soldier family, who he had spent part of his service with, Abichai and Karen Ho, true Israeli heroes in their own right. Their son Erez, who Andrew had taken under his wing, saw Andrew as a big brother, someone who guided him through his adjustment to the army. This unexpected mentorship role is one that Andrew embraced wholeheartedly. Erez is still serving in Maglam, and he is also in our Tefillah. The Tekes was held at Andrew's beautiful new base that IDF contributed towards. Since Rabbi Stephen Weil, head of Friends of IDF, knows Andrew, he would often request for Andrew to accompany him on donor tours on the base. Andrew's unit was continually amazed how he seemed to know everybody from America. During the Tekes, the ceremony was graced by the presence of the third highest ranking officer in the Israeli army. He took a moment to address the gathering before proceeding with the pinning ceremony of each Yahalom soldier. As the soldiers ascended the podium, he engaged them with personalized questions. When it was Andrew's turn, he asked if his parents were proud. Andrew answered, yes, my entire family traveled from America for this special occasion. In a touching gesture, the officer then guided Andrew off stage and approached our family, offering Andrew's father, David, the distinguished honor of affixing the pin himself. This elicited a heartfelt standing ovation for Andrew and our family, and moving many of the Israeli families to tears. In addition to witnessing this poignant moment, we had the pleasure of presenting the unit with high-quality boots and fleeces, thanks to the generous donations collected. Some of you who contributed then are here tonight, and we thank you again for your support. Andrew's service was not only significant, but also was conducted with humility. As a member of Yahalom, an elite unit in the IDF, his role was crucial in detecting and demolishing clandestine tunnels. Despite the importance of his duties, Andrew remained quiet, embodying the quintessential traits of a middle child by avoiding the spotlight and maintaining a low profile. It wasn't until August 2022 when the Israeli army released a video highlighting the accomplishments of Yahalom that Andrew's contribution came to light. In a rare moment of revelation, he shared that he was the unassuming figure in the background of a particular scene, a scene that documented the discovery and destruction of a strategically significant tunnel. This acknowledgement was a glimpse into the gravity of his service, yet it also served as a sobering reminder of the ongoing challenge with hundreds of perilous tunnels still lurking, awaiting detection and neutralization by brave piloting. Andrew officially completed his service last November and went to learn at KBY before beginning college. There he connected with some of the Hesder boys who he had served with in the beginning of his service and who he miraculously was able to identify even though they were no longer wearing masks. A full circle moment. He joined an advanced Israeli shir and integrated into KBY, learning with boys of different ages and from different countries. He ended up becoming friends with Benjamin Feldman. Benjamin, playing matchmaker, decided that Andrew, or Natan, as he is known at KBY, is who he wanted for a brother-in-law and fixed him up with his younger sister, Ahuva. Andrew started dating Ahuva in the spring and got engaged right after Rosh Hashanah. The Feldmans are a wonderful family, and we consider ourselves extremely lucky to be joining our families together. They've embraced Andrew with open arms, providing an incredible level of support. Ahuva, along with her parents and siblings, have ensured that Andrew is a lone soldier no more. Andrew's future father-in-law, Rav Shanna Wolf Feldman, the esteemed head of B'nai Akiva North America, delivered a moving speech last week about Andrew at the Yishai Rebo concert held at Frisch, which is also Andrew's alma mater. Rav Shalom's words are deeply touching and truly worth listening to. On October 7th, Andrew received the call to serve once again. His original Yahalom unit has since scattered, with members taking diverse paths. Some have become commanders, others have specialized further, a few have ventured abroad, one was selling face creams at Pennsylvania Mall, and another served inconspicuously as a security operative on commercial flights. Although they no longer serve together, they are bound for life and are all part of the war effort now. Andrew was assigned to Reserve Combat Engineering Unit, engaged in activities shrouded in secrecy. His deployment into Gaza coincided with reports of tunnel demolitions. Communications have been sparse since October 30th, with the battalion commander providing terse but reassuring updates via WhatsApp. He confirms the successful and courageous completion of their mission, and most importantly, their safety. A sad reminder of the passage of time and the transformation of landscapes stands in a photograph that you can see outside, taken in July 2005, of a 5-year-old Andrew with his older siblings outside a once modern synagogue in Gush Katif. So, that synagogue, along with greenhouses, homes, and the vibrant community life, was lost when Israel evacuated the area. What was once a place of prosperity and hope has deteriorated into a land marred by poverty, anger, and oppression, plagued with tunnels, terror, and tyranny. 18 years later, Andrew returns to this altered landscape as a soldier. Ahuva and her family has seized every opportunity to visit Andrew, whether at a temporary military outpost or at some random yeshiva. They've arranged for Andrew's twin siblings who are currently studying in yeshiva in Jerusalem to join them on some of these visits too. They've arrived at a makeshift base with lots of homemade food. Hoover calls it stress baking. Just 3 weeks ago, after Andrew's unit completed a mission in Gaza, the family organized an impromptu barbecue in a field for 20 soldiers, bringing a taste of home to the field. When Andrew was performing his regular service, our capacity to support him seemed limited. However, with the arrival of the Feldmans, our efforts have been greatly amplified. The Feldmans bring not only an abundance of food and warmth, but also the infectious enthusiasm of our spirited twins. Moreover, they bring a Hoover's grandfather, a cherished Holocaust survivor, whose presence alone provides immense strength and encouragement. There's a particular poignant photo and video that has captured the hearts of many. Shlomo Feldman, a 91-year-old survivor from Poland who endures the horrors of the Holocaust, hidden in fields for nearly 3 years, is seen giving Andrew a bracha. This image is a powerful symbol of resilience and continuity, with Mr. Feldman expressing profound pride in his future grandson's role as a soldier, safeguarding our homeland. Saba's remarkable tale of survival is documented at Yad Vashem, and this photograph, which I fondly refer to as Viral Grandpa, embodies a deeply moving narrative. It has resonated with people far and wide, garnering over 3 million views, and is featured in various montages and song videos throughout Israel and across social media platforms, from the right wing to secular. Our son Benjamin, with the encouragement of Rav Shaul Feldman, the head of Torah Ve'avoda, which coincidentally is Benjamin's school, nothing to do with Andrew and Ahuva, has taken the initiative to organize a round-the-clock Tehillim for Andrew and all the brave chayalim. We are deeply grateful to our children for mobilizing their peers to participate in this Tehillim circle, and special thanks to Lindsay and Ariana for their dedication in sending WhatsApp reminders. Our efforts to engage our networks in the US and Israel have been fruitful, ensuring nearly continuous coverage throughout the day. However, there are still slots open for those of you who might want to participate. Our aim is to maintain this 24-hour cycle of prayer until, with God's help, we celebrate Andrew and Ahuva's wedding. Kevin and Allison serve as inspiring communal leaders at the Manhattan Jewish Experience, where they dedicate themselves to strengthening and uplifting others at these challenging times through chizuk. They facilitate thought-provoking discussions that delve into the complexities of Jewish identity, faith, anti-Semitism, and the challenge of having a brother now serving in the Army on the front lines. Their heartfelt efforts extend to organizing challah baking, Torah study, and Tehillim groups, creating a warm and inclusive environment for personal growth and connection. May their good works in Kiruv, Limud Torah, and commitment to Am Yisrael be a merit for Andrew's safety and success. We've taken steps to provide Andrew's unit with essential equipment and items from America, ensuring that we can offer some tangible support. I've orchestrated the procurement of various items for diverse sources, including the Bergen County Supports Israel Depot in Teaneck. We've sent many duffel bags filled with gear, clothing, and toiletries to Israel, directly supporting Andrew's unit and numerous other soldiers. My responsibilities oscillate between logistics coordinator and arms dealer. We are thankful to the generous donors and also the dedicated individuals, some of whom are here today, who have tirelessly schlepped duffels on their flights. Your contributions have been invaluable to our mission to support those who serve. Our daughter Ariana and her husband generously provided G-Shock watches for the entire unit. Andrew identified sleek sleeping bags, which I sourced and expedited their delivery to Seven within just 5 days. Additionally, we sent a variety of supplies, including portable chargers, Tessa tape, tourniquets, baby wipes, headlamps, Sharpies, and scopes. We have included heartfelt letters, beautiful drawings, and endearing cards from your children, further personalizing our care packages. We are so grateful to all our family, friends, and acquaintances who have taken the time to check in on us and on Andrew. Your thoughtful gestures, like the kind woman named Shoshana, who brought me flowers from her Shabbat celebration on Monday, October 16th, to share joy with families of lone soldiers, have deeply moved us. The gifts of challah and baked treats are more than just sweet. They're heartfelt symbols of your support. A card that has been sitting on my counter for a month now still resonates with warmth every time I read it. Dear Shanna and David, hoping that this can bring even just a touch of comfort and joy to your Shabbat. The bracha from Frashat Challah was made with a heartfelt tefillah for Andrew's safe return, along with all the other brave chayalim fighting for our country. Yisrael Chai. Thank you, Rabbi. Last October, after Sukkot, we held a Kiddush Hodah filled with gratitude for Andrew's completion of his military service. Andrew shared a few inspirational words at the Kiddush, encouraging us all to stretch beyond our perceived limits, to strive for greatness in service of a cause larger than ourselves. His journey was far from typical. He wasn't a child who grew up with dreams of a military life or tales of valor from his uncles. Andrew was driven by a profound love for Eretz Yisrael and his steadfast belief that he could make a meaningful contribution. Despite the challenges of his service, a lone soldier grappling with the complexities of religious observance, the isolation of the pandemic, and the hurdle of a Hebrew-speaking environment, Andrew not only endured, but flourished. His aspirations for the future are deeply rooted in the land and people of Israel, and he yearns to share stories of his contributions with his future family, God willing. His message resonated powerfully when he spoke at a middle school program at Moriah in 2022. He stood before the students and some teary former teachers at his alma mater as a testament to the extraordinary potential within the grasp of every average child. By pushing his own limits, Andrew became a soldier in the elite unit, and he inspired those young minds to believe that they too could achieve remarkable feats. His story is a true reminder that within each of us lies untapped potential, waiting to be discovered and harnessed for impactful endeavors.
We are immensely proud of Andrew and reminded that we all have the capacity to achieve great things. Let's unite in our efforts to make a meaningful impact, whether it's embarking on a chesed mission in Israel, donating money, reaching out to senators, assembling care packages for soldiers, or aiding displaced Israelis, engaging in prayer, reciting Tehillim, harnessing our culinary skills for fundraising bake sales like the recent one in Teaneck that impressively raised $25,000, or offering words of encouragement to friends whose children are on the front lines. Every action counts. We can invite Israelis over visiting our communities, participate in petitions, and actively engage in Israel advocacy, both in the media and on academic campuses. Our commitment is essential as the needs are immense, not only in Israel, but also in our local communities to counteract anti-Semitism.
To counteract anti-Semitism, to bolster Jewish pride and unity, and to foster a deep-seated love and support for Israel. Each of us has a role to play, and together our collective actions can bring about powerful change. Andrew is so grateful for the unwavering support of our community and deeply touched by the numerous Tehillim lists that he has been included in. He hopes that you continue to keep him in your thoughts and prayers as he looks forward with hope for Yeshua and to please, God willing, joyfully marry Ahuva on December 27th. We eagerly anticipate the opportunity to share wonderful news and beautiful pictures from Andrew and Ahuva's day with all of you.